How can you, as a law enforcement official, remotely even decide in your mind that this is okay? It's not. If this doesn't sit well with you, if you're not bothered by this in any way, shape, or form, you either you don't understand or you're choosing to ignore it intentionally. Listen, if something really bothered you, if something just didn't sit right with you, you would speak up in some way, shape, or form. So telling other people to be quiet and stop rioting, which I do not agree. You should stop rioting. You should protest, not riot. But telling people to stop protesting, protests just come out of thin air. There's a reason. This is led up to something. This is not. It's not like a fire. You don't just light one match and then boom, fire. Things lead up. Maybe the weather plays a role into it. Maybe this area is known for having a lot of drought spots. Things lead up, sorts of that nature. But when you, this has to mean something to you. There's a reason why this is in bold. There's a reason why I have this in bold. This is just for, this is whatever. This is to let you know who I am. This is fine. This is just whatever. This is the background. But this, if this is not in my video, then how will you ever understand where I'm coming from? How? This, I shouldn't have to say this. Black lives matter. That's the minimum. Yes, I know all lives matter. I have understood that. For as long as I could talk, I've understood that all lives do matter. Every human being is just as important as the other. But every human being is not at risk right now, specifically in America, of being beaten and killed and overused, being overpowered by these law enforcement officers. Let's just call it like it is. Yes, I also know that all police officers are not bad. I realize that, but I'm not just going to dismiss the fact that there are some ruthless, nasty people out there. Some who are working in law enforcement. I'm not going to dismiss that fact. Yes, there are great officers in this world, in this country specifically. They're wonderful officers. There's wonderful people everywhere. There's wonderful doctors. There's wonderful engineers. There's wonderful teachers. There's all that. But there's also nasty teachers. There's nasty co-work. Everybody knows these people. So why are these people, law enforcement that is, excluded from the conversation? There are some ruthless people out here. A lot of them getting caught on TV now. So no, it's not just some you're overreacting. Nah. We saw the tape. This is on video. All of this is on video. Jacob Blake, 29 years old, shot leaning into his car. This officer was not threatened. Let's just for the sake of this argument, let's just say he was reaching for some kind of weapon in his SUV. The fact that he was not even able to get the weapon. Let's just say he was reaching for it. He wasn't even given the chance to even reach for the weapon. This officer grabbed his shirt and shot him like he was a runaway dog with some type of lethal disease. What are we doing here? Treat us like animals. That's the way I saw it on the footage. What's going on? This is not proper etiquette by law enforcement, by these so-called people who protect and serve the city. This is not what it should look like. This is not the images you want to show to your family, to your brothers, to your children. It's not the images you want to show them, especially to black families and black brothers and black sisters and black children. It's not something you want to show them. If you have a kid how can you as a black parent explain to your kid who comes to you as like, Mom, Dad, I want to become a cop? How do you explain that to him or her when you see the news? You know the news. You see it. How do you react to that? You don't want to crush the kid's dream. You want them to exceed greatness. You want them to go out here and accomplish and actually become whatever they want to become, whatever they obtain to. Go after it. But how do you react to this? These officers are overusing their powers. And you're telling me that I'm overreacting? these protesters are overreacting? Nah. This is all leading up to this. It's all led up to this, man. Come on. Get with the program. Find the details. This is not okay. I don't know what else to say. This is not okay. As in every other case. Yes, even if he was resisting arrest, the only time a law enforcement official is supposed to use his or her weapon is if they feel their life is in threat. This man was walking to his SUV, yes, over a domestic dispute, so both parties were heated. Yes, I get that. But you're a trained officer who is supposed to be able to control him or herself under these types of conditions. So, if that's the case, a heated citizen should not bother you to the point where you feel like your life is threatened by him walking away and leaning into his car. Literally, his back is turned. His back was turned. What? I don't know why I'm having to go through this. The evidence is right there. It's all in the footage. This is not okay. This is not okay. Black Lives Matter. I'm going to keep saying it until I see progress in that area. Yes, all lives do matter. I get that. You don't have to say that. That's self-explanatory. But I'm having to say Black Lives Matter, and I'm having to put this in my videos because some people are making it very obvious that these lives do not matter. So, in essence, I have to say it because some people don't believe it. That's why I have this in my video. That's why we're saying it. That's why there's a movement going on. These protests aren't just happening by random. It all leads up to something. When is it going to stop? It's the real question. When are all people actually going to be treated equal? Maybe one day we'll find out.